Tam Cam, always Tam Cam, and I am embarking upon a new adventure in my career of trying to create wealth. Let me scratch that out. Of creating wealth, watch your words. And there's this new product, there's this new system that's been going around. It's kind of like Airbnb, and I used to have an Airbnb for about 9 months in 2017. What I want to bring to you today is a new concept not a lot of people have heard of. I actually just discovered this new concept of affordable housing about 3 months ago when I entered into this new real estate community with Pace Morby. Now it's called PadSplit. Now the concept has probably been done for years, but this company, which is called PadSplit, have now packaged it and optimized it in a way that is similar to Airbnb, if you are familiar with Airbnb. So you rent by the room, that's their whole concept, and this is the thing that I love the most. They pretty much take care of everything. They place your tenants, they do the background check, and they collect the rent, and they charge a very small percentage. I don't really remember what it is exactly, because it may have changed from what I believe it was, but it's not that much, and it's almost like having a partnership with someone who's helping you to operate your business. So with that being said, I'm on my way to see one of my friends who I met in the beginning of my new journey in this new industry. Because if you know me, I'm a photographer and I'm an artist, and I also own a boutique staffing agency. But I want to add something more to my portfolio in order to push my knowledge of creating wealth a little further up the podium. So I'm going once again to see one of my friends, my new friend, I should say. His name is Jose. And this guy is by far one of the best in this area of business, of PadSplit. Every time I go online, he's opening up another PadSplit. So I met him at a real estate meetup, and I say, hey, when are you going to invite me over to see your PadSplit? And he was like, well, when you want to come over? So I'm really excited to see 2 properties. So we're going to probably see 1 or 2 properties today. And this one's in South Dallas. And the whole concept of PadSplit is you want to purchase a property under $300,000. If at all possible, something really nice and maybe a C-class neighborhood in the 250 range. Then you want to go in and make sure that it only needs, minor, cosmetic work, few things here and there, but nothing that's going to cost you over a couple of $1,000s. And you put the walls up, and then boom, bam, you got a PadSplit. Each house that has about 3 to 4 bedrooms has the potential of getting up to 8 to 9 bedrooms. And I think 8 bedrooms is probably max you want to do, especially if it's a house under 2,000 square feet. So I'm really excited because I've been to a PadSplit where it's actually the regular house, and then I've gone back to see the house, and oh my god, the transformation of these homes. Once you put up the walls and you make that den a bedroom, you make that dining room a bedroom, you make that living room a bedroom, there's no common spaces, which is perfect for this concept. And in all essence, like I said, this concept has been around for so long, but now PadSplit is packaging it up and making it a product, a digital product that's helping to bring the affordable housing gap to a close, because there are a lot of people out here who are single, who are probably getting divorced maybe, and they just need a transitional place to stay. Now, from what I understand, PadSplit is not made for extended living, although from what I hear, the longest time anyone in a PadSplit, normally the average time a person lives in a PadSplit is like 18 months, like a year, almost 2 years. And that sounds doable, most people move every 2 years or so. But there are some people who are just looking for affordable housing, just one room, a safe place to go to, a nice kitchen, somewhere to call home, if not temporary, but just, as long as that PadSplit will allow them to stay there. So I'm really excited. Jose is a really cool guy, and hopefully this year I will have my very first PadSplit. We'll see. Hey, how you doing?
Good. Welcome to Calcutta Drive, newest PadSplit acquisition in South Dallas.
Awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. I'll show you my PadSplit. I'm Jose. I have 7 properties right now, 54 rooms, so 54 tenants. This is a property I have here in South Dallas. It's 8 bedroom, 3 bathroom home. One of the bedrooms has a private bathroom. So come on in, I'll show you. Right up, we are still in the remodeling phase, so it's not clean, it's not finished. We're probably 3/4, a little bit over 3/4 done. So here to the right, we had the master bedroom where you walk in, and this was the door before, so you know, the entrance. You'd walk in, but then since for PadSplit you need at least one shared bathroom for every 4 bedrooms, we needed this to be shared. The bathroom is over here to the end. So what we ended up doing is we're going to take out this door. We created this hallway, which is right where you're at, and then the entrance to this bedroom is now through here. And then that adds an access to the bathroom, which is over here. So we basically created a room within a room by adding this little hallway or this wall on this, you know, inside the old master.
So this is genius. He took a master bedroom and he made, like he said, the hallway to make it shared. But look how cool this room is.
Yeah, this is kind of what a lot of people would have said, hey, you know, we got a window right here. Where are we going to put this wall? If I would have put the wall right over here, the room would have been tiny. I mean, you would have lost, you know, at least a foot and a second window, which adds a light. What I did is I just created an L for the hallway right here. A lot of people are like, this is unused space. Well, you got storage, you know, a suitcase, whatever it is, you know, your laundry basket. But most importantly, you have this second window which adds light to the room and makes it look a little bit bigger rather than just kind of being a rectangle.
Awesome. I'm trying to see how much you took out. The hall. Okay, so you had to stop right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have gone all the way through, and I could have had it been done where, you know, this would have been a larger hallway, and you would have had a nice window at the very end. But you want to make sure that, you know, it's more important to have a bigger room than a bigger hallway with a window at the end.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love what you did with that first room. All right, so let's see room number 2.
Yeah, room number 2 is, this used to be all open, right? This was an open floor plan where the kitchen was all the way over there to the left. There was a big, you know, living room, dining room in here, and we created this kind of the first bedroom, which is one of the smaller rooms in the house, but it's still, you know, you want to make sure you're optimizing. Where's the bed going to go, right? So the bed's going to go right here. We're going to have the nightstand right here, outlet for the you know, nightstand lamp, and then we still have a little area here in the entrance, and then this area back here for a desk, for a dresser, just extra rooming for whatever anybody wants to do.
Sweet. On to room number 3.
Yeah. This was an existing room already, so you can see it already had a closet, and it was just one of the existing rooms. So nothing much to say here. It was already here. Let's roll with this next one.
Room number 4.
As you can see, we're still in the remodel, right? They're cutting down tile and doing a bunch of things. So this is room number 4. How you can distinguish a lot of rooms if you're adding rooms or not is by the closets. Sometimes you don't have the flexibility to add a closet if it's a smaller bedroom, because you'll just have a dresser or something that's smaller for the clothes. Here, you know, you clearly have this built-in closet for this room that was already made.
Sweet. How much would this room go for?
This room would probably go for like $185.
That is
190.
cheap.
You have a you know, a walk-in larger closet or reach-in closet is what they would call it, and you have a bigger bedroom. that is really functional. You could have, I would probably do the bedroom, the bed right here with a nightstand right there, and then right where you're standing, maybe like a desk and a dresser, and you still have a lot of this space open for just moving around.
Okay, so I'm looking as a potential pad splitter. What do they call them? The people who stay here? Oh, they call them guests, right?
Members.
Members, yeah, members. So this would be prime real estate for me, especially being a female, because it's closest to the restroom. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I mean, it's all the rooms aren't super far. It's maybe an extra 15, 20 steps, but if you have a robe and you're going from after showering to your bed, your bedroom, you want to make sure you're closest. A lot of people will just, change and then change after they shower. So it all depends. Everyone's different, but it's really more importantly the size of the room and the functionality of the room rather than maybe the location of the house. But you're a female, you see at those things, and if it makes a difference, then you'll have more pros and some other cons.
Do you tweak the price based on how close it is to the restroom?
No.
I love it.
Because members won't actually see where the room is located on the platform. All they get to see is photos. They don't see really a layout and be like, oh, I'm in the garage, or I'm next to the kitchen, or I'm by the front door. They just get to see the room. What's included in the room, is it like a cozy size, normal size, large size, and that's all they see.
Awesome.
There's this the second bathroom, which was just one of the shared bathrooms that was already existing.
Really nice. So you didn't have to do anything to the shower?
No. I mean, I'm gonna end up having to do a curtain rod, and then that's about it. That's all we're gonna have to put in here. Maybe we're not even gonna put something to hang towels because there's no communal towels. Everybody provides their own towels, beddings, pillows, all that.
Nice. And you don't want just people leaving random towels up by mistake. Yeah.
This is another bedroom over here, but this was the area that was all open before. So here, it was all open all the way to the front door.
Wow.
So there was just this little corner to your right, which is a closet in the HVAC area. So that was existing, but all of this was open, which it was really more like a dining room, living room, area, and you're now entering the second room that we did, in this kind of living room, dining room area. So it's close to the kitchen. You don't have two windows, but you have a big window looking out the front. And again, I think, where am I going to put the bed? So most likely where the bed is going to go, it's going to go right here facing this direction, or over here facing this direction. It depends if you want to kind of look towards the door or look towards this wall. And you still have all this space back there to add, I put this picture here. You want to have a desk here and sit down here to do your desk. You can put a dresser here and then a desk over here. There's just a lot of flexible options.
This is a nice room. I love the window space, the window light. So the person who has this room, they can actually see anyone coming in.
Yeah,
I love it.
Let me tell them. We're still in the remodel phase, so here
Lo siento.
this is the largest room, and over here used to be just a closet. So what we did to really bring up that revenue of the room is we added a full bathroom, shower. The vanity is going to be right here, and then the toilet is going to be over here on the right. So this is going to be a full bedroom, and or full bathroom inside the bedroom. So a room like this goes for $250 a week or so.
So what are they doing right now?
They're just cutting tile to put up in the shower.
Awesome. This is a huge room.
Yeah.
And how much is this one gonna go for?
Like $250 a week.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we're still in the remodel phase. And then this is the garage, which this is what I love doing with garages and why I love two-car touch.
I can tell you're very passionate about this.
Yeah. And I enjoy it. So
yeah.
I added two bedrooms in here. There's not much to see. It's still
work in progress.
Work in progress. But here's the first room. You would open to the right, walk in, and then And then, here's your bedroom. It looks a little bigger because it's you're in the garage. The garage, the foundation of this garage is just a slab. You're not on a pier and beam foundation. So you can see you're probably 4 foot underneath the outside of the house. So that's why this has like 10-foot ceilings, 11-foot ceilings compared to the inside. And then here is the second room, which we're just putting insulation, sheetrock, and then they'll end up texturing, taping, everything.
Did you consider maybe putting a door from the outside where they can walk in?
Yeah, I did, but it's more like for the neighbors. They don't like. I generally go around the neighborhood and I see what other people have done in their garage conversions, and you don't want to raise any kind of red flags of what's going inside a property. And if you have like 2 different doors and like different rooms going into the garage, it could be like a little bit of a, hey, what's going on here?
Right.
And it just looks nicer with the windows, so I want to make sure that I'm, keeping up and providing that, keeping up the standard of the neighborhood, rather than, making it look weird with like 3 doors and facing the outside. And it's not a duplex, it's not a triplex. Some people might think you're treating it as a duplex or a triplex if you have multiple doors.
Right. Speaking of the neighbors, since we're on that subject, have you had any issues with the neighbors?
No, So I had an issue where one of my members was parking so the street's for everyone, but he was parking closer to the neighbor's home, and she was just very picky, had lived there for a long time. Nobody had parked in front of her house for the past 20 years, and then she was kind of like, why this car all of a sudden parking there? So we ended up resolving it very easily. Hey, this is a line between, her home and my home. We can park on our side of the yard, and we never want to have more than 2 to 3 cars parking outside and never crossing other people's properties, even though the street's for everyone. But we just want to make sure you kind of have that respect between neighbor to neighbor.
Awesome. You want to tell us about what's going to go right here?
So this is just an option where we have that bathroom in this back wall, which is where I showed you where that old this closet was. And these are just cabinets that the previous owner had, and they're old. So
they're beautiful. I love old stuff. Yeah. So you throw these cabinets out, call me. Like for real.
So there's an option to close off this, take out these studs, and close off the room right here. So basically, the entrance to this room is over here to the left. The entrance to this room would be, right here. You would probably open up the door, go into your room. So you're adding all this square footage, and then adding a bathroom over there to just kind of towards the end to the back. So there's an option to add a second private bathroom in one of the bedrooms. So right now we want to get it up and list it as soon as possible. We looked at the cash on cash return that we would get if we added the bathroom compared to not. And although it does increase, since we just want the property to get live, because we have other properties in the pipeline, we said we're going to hold off to that bathroom remodel. If we want to do that in the future, we can. But for now, we're just going to leave it.
Nice. And what is the thought process when you're doing a garage? I mean, is it that difficult doing the HVAC and, the electrical?
Yeah, in the garage, you generally have your electrical panel. Mm-hmm. You generally have attic access, so just like over there. You might have like a water heater. So let's say my electrical panel was in the middle of the garage, right here on this wall. Right? Mm-hmm. Well, my thought process is you don't want to have the electrical panel inside of somebody's bedroom.
Right.
They could be messing with it, turning it off, turning it on. They get mad. They turn off the whole electricity to the whole house. Mm-hmm. So you got to think about that. Well, are you going to, put the electrical panel elsewhere? Do you maybe do the only one bedroom looking that way, and then this one you just keep it as a 1-car garage? Mm-hmm. Which I've done that before. I've said, I could have an option to have 2 bedrooms in the garage, but there was the attic access, and then there was an electrical panel, and then there was, some other things that was going to be more difficult to move. So we just said, hey, we'll have a private, 1-car garage, and then a one bedroom in the garage. So those are kind of things you have to look at when doing a garage conversion. It's how well is the layout going to play out? How are the bedrooms going to be structured?
Where is your electrical panel?
In the exterior of the house, in the backyard.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
So you have 2 electrical panels for this one home?
No, there's only one electrical panel. Before, all the older panels used to be inside the garage or in the closet. Mm-hmm. The new code is that you now need to have some sort of main switch on the outside, mm-hmm. or the full electrical panel on the exterior, because if there's a firefighter is going to come in here. If they don't want to cut through walls, axe through things, you know, there's a fire and they got to rescue somebody, if there's still electrical running within the home.
Okay.
So a lot of new panels are in the exterior, or at least if the panel is in the exterior, they don't want to move the full panel to the outside of the home. Mm-hmm. They'll just have like it just looks like an electrical panel, but it just has like a shut-off switch for the whole house.
Awesome. Can we see the backyard?
Yeah.
Awesome.
The backyard is not really used in PadSplit, but I always look at the house in, 10, 20 years, what's going to happen with the home? Is it still going to be a PadSplit? Is it still going to be rented by the room? And I just think in the future, any renovation that I do, I want to make sure that I can undo it and sell it as a single family home if I want to. So here it's like, you have a really nice backyard, really spacious backyard. That's never going to be used, but in the future, I'm sure somebody's going to, benefit that, hey, you have a big backyard, you have an alleyway back here, which at the end of the day, if I needed a little bit more parking, I could, create a fence where people could park in the backyard. I would just need to add some gravel or concrete off. And then here's the electrical panel you were asking.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
You now have the panel on the outside. So here's the panel. I didn't have to do anything.
Cool.
And that's something I look at because it's important to see where the panel is in case you want to do a garage conversion, or just if you want to do anything electrical overall.
So what does the future look like for someone who's creating a PadSplit? I mean, what's the resale value going to be like with all the rooms split up?
Yeah, let me.
No problem.
I will answer that. Home Depot's calling since we're in the middle of renovation, and I got some of.
That's awesome to be this busy. Yeah.
But so for the resale of the home, it's going to depend. Some people will create PadSplits. They will fully stabilize a PadSplit, and they will show investors what it's making every month and kind of the returns that they're getting. And they will sell the home as an operational PadSplit, which a lot of people like to do. That's completely turnkey. But in the future, let's say I want to remove the 2 middle walls so I could have a living room and a dining room. That's no problem. I could remove that any day. I would have to fix a little bit, the painting and the roofing and a little bit of the drywall, but I could open that up and it would just sell. It would be another comp like the homes in the neighborhood. It wouldn't really change much. Now with the garage, if I want to turn that into a normal garage, I can take down the walls. I would put a brand new garage door and a brand new, garage little engine, whatever equipment, and that's it. But it's all depends for the future owner. If they want to have the garage be 2 rooms, if they want me to tear down one of the rooms and it be, part of the inside where maybe they have a separate, gym or a office or whatever it is, they could create something in their garage and it's already completely closed off from the front. So
awesome.
It's all dependent who's going to buy it in the future. As an investor, as a homeowner, how do they want to put it? And then that's kind of also up to me. Do I want to advertise it as a single family home, or do you want to advertise it as a home that is tiered towards an investor as a rent by the room, property? Right.
Cool. Well, if anyone wants to find you, where can they find you?
So you can find me on Instagram, Pipo Macorra, Pipo Macorra, or Pipo's Properties on Instagram. I do remodels for PadSplits and co-livings. I do property management, and then I'm also a host of 7 properties, 54 rooms. So any help you need, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to walk properties with you, look at photos, give you quotes, and just give you kind of my overall opinion.
Well, thank you so much, Jose, for showing me your PadSplit. I can't wait to see your next one. And this is another episode of Always Tam Cam. Who knows? Maybe I might have my PadSplit this year. Maybe he'll be my partner.
Bueno,
maybe. Maybe he's on another business call. Yeah. See y'all soon. Bye.